COVID-19 pandemic has left businesses struggling to survive.
Although some sectors have been reopened, some are still under lockdown. Nigerian cinema exhibitors, distributors and employees say the theatrical sector of the economy has lost more than 22.5 billion naira and more than 5,000 industry jobs since the pandemic hit Nigeria.
They are now appealing to the government to save their businesses from extinction. All right, joining us now is the chairman, Cinemas Exhibition Association of Nigeria, Patrick Lee. Patrick, nice to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. In 2019 alone, Nigerians spent close to 7 billion naira just watching movies, yes. Taking the wife or taking the girlfriend out or just going to watch movies. That is huge.
Absolutely.
But talk to us basically. If we look at the numbers, how has the pandemic really impacted the cinema? Break it down for us.
Okay, now the cinemas have been shut since mid-March. This is over 16 weeks now. And throughout that period, we've lost approximately 22.5 billion naira. And that includes money that would have come from concession, distribution, exhibition, all of that. And we employ over 5,000 people nationwide. And most of these staff are currently unemployed. We do not have the means to continue to pay them. When you look at also the expanded sector, over 100 movies were scheduled for production for the later part of the year. All of that has to be suspended, affecting over 4,000 people who would have expected to earn money. They're mostly freelance workers, so they are also affected. And when you look at the equipment that we've put in the cinemas, these equipment need to be maintained daily, weekly. We still have to pay for that. So there's a lot of loss being incurred by the cinema exhibitors right now. And we are not getting any help from federal government or even the state government.
So is this why you're asking the government to, if it can open the aviation sector, it should also look into the cinema, because you're classifying the cinema as being on the same page as the aviation sector? How so?
Well, we look at it as being similar. In the aviation sector, you have queues to buy airline tickets, just as you have in the cinema. You can buy online, just as you have in the cinema. You have a waiting area, just as you have in the cinema environment. And when you board your plane, you are in an enclosed environment, just like when you're watching a movie. And the time frame for flights vary from 1 hour to 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Now for movies, the time frame also varies from about 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, 15 minutes within the same enclosed environment. So we're saying that we have put in place safety protocols that we have sent to the federal government. We've also sent it to the state governments to say, look, we are safe to open. If you can consider airlines to open at this time, then the cinemas should also be put under consideration, because we've demonstrated that we can provide these safety protocols. We have online booking. We have enclosed environments that are being cleaned, that are going to be cleaned much more regularly than they used to be. We will provide face masks. We will provide sanitized environments. We will ensure that we do not have more than 50% capacity in any of our halls. So with all these things put in place, and we're also working with state governments to ensure that that happens. For example, we had a meeting with the Lagos State Safety Board, and they've certified most of our members in Lagos to reopen. So we're appealing on the federal government for two things. We need help. We need help to pay salaries. We need help to ensure that our equipment and costs that we're still running are being met. We also need help to ensure that when we open, we can be able to sustain and improve on what we have already built. Because Nollywood is huge, and Nollywood depends on exhibition as well for a major part of its revenue. Now this part is closed. So what do? And we have no help coming from government currently.
All right, one thing that some experts have talked about when analyzing that industry is that it is not compact, it's not as organized. It has some level of fragments here and there where it becomes a little difficult for government to say, okay, if I'm giving this, then it's going to impact the entire industry. Talk to us about that.
When you look at the cinema exhibition business, we are organized. Okay. We have one body that speaks for all cinemas. and that's the Cinema Exhibitors Association of Nigeria. We also have a Film Distributors Association, which we work very closely with. So when you look at the distribution and the exhibition side of cinema business, it's very organized. We talk with one voice. We do not have a variety of associations or organizations representing various parts of the business. We talk with one voice. So if we talk to government, it's always via the Cinema Exhibitors or the Film Distributors Exhibitors Association. So based on that, we're saying to government, look, we are organized. If you talk to us, we will be able to ensure that all our members are on board in any of these discussions. We will have a wide discussion. And whatever decisions are made in terms of palliative grants, any help whatsoever,
bailouts,
we have an organized system that can actually ensure that everybody is covered and covered properly.
All right.
Patrick Lee, we have to leave it here now, but this discussion is certainly going to continue because this is of great concern to a lot of Nigerians and fun lovers as well.
It certainly
I
is.
love the movies.
Absolutely, and we miss you guys coming back to the movies. And we
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We will open soon.
It's all right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.